Hello, my name is Colleen Pollard. I am going to be talking to you today about chickens, about raising chickens, about hatching eggs, and all the things that are included in this topic of chickens. I'm not an expert in chickens. I have had chickens for about 6 years. I had them in my last home for 5.5 years and then had to rehome them before we moved. And so now that we're living here in Kentucky, I have the opportunity to start my chicken flock all over again. And I'm going to tell you about how I did that. First of all, I wanted to share with you that starting off with new chickens can seem like a very daunting task. It really isn't. It's pretty easy. It's as easy as going to your local Tractor Supply store or finding a local poultry farm and purchasing day-old chicks, or you could even purchase chicks that are older and maybe even laying hens already. But in this talk, I'm going to talk to you about what I did this time, which is I did go and I bought 16 pullets, which are female chicks. They were about a week to 10 days old, and I've been raising them here in my house. I also incubated 12 eggs that I purchased from a hatchery online. That was a little more expensive, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what was involved in that. With the 12 chicks that I got in the incubator, I got to figure out how that all works, which is you place them in this incubator. It's very simple. It does all the work for you. It turns the eggs each day several times so that it imitates a hen, laying on her own eggs. And in about 21 days, I started seeing pipping, which is where the chick is trying to get out of the egg. It's very interesting. And of the 12 eggs, 7 hatched, and I was just fascinated to see how that looked. Excuse me. So first, I did buy the day-old chicks, and they are now 13 weeks old, and they're down in a coop all by themselves. Of the 16 that I originally purchased, one turned out to be a rooster. I can hear him crowing in the morning, which is fantastic, and which means that my flock will be able to continue by him fertilizing the eggs, and then my hens will raise their own chicks. With the incubator, you don't really know. There's no way to determine before the egg is hatched whether it will be a male or a female. So you take the risk of getting all males, and it's really not a good idea to have more roosters than hens. So when the chicks all hatched from the incubator, I determined of the 7 that hatched that probably 4 of them are roosters. Not ideal, but that's okay because I'm raising chickens for many reasons. And one of them is to help be self-sustainable in my home. So sometimes chickens will be dinner. Anyway, mostly I'm raising chickens for eggs and for the enjoyment of having a flock. But I just want to let you know there's also psychological and therapeutic benefits to having chickens. Chickens can be used as therapy animals and have been used in retirement homes where they have actually helped people with dementia. And in an evaluation of animal-assisted therapy for autism spectrum disorders by Jinseng Ao and Kukuriko, found that animals have also been found to have calming effects on the autism spectrum disorder. So I think that's pretty amazing. So in conclusion, I hope that I've given you some information on what can be benefited to you from having chickens, and whether you would think about maybe having them someday yourself. There's a lot of information out there, and I hope that I was able to share some with you today. Thank you so much.